What's up, everybody? This is TheWon, aka Jodecideion on YouTube, and I'm bringing you a new episode out from the side of my neck. E3 2012 has come and gone. While most decided to share their instant reactions from the various presentations, I wanted to take my time and gather my thoughts before commenting on at least one of them. One in particular, Nintendo's E3 2012 conference, one of the most hyped gaming presentations of all time, coming into this year's E3. The current generation leader enters with exaggerated expectations being placed on them by their supporters and detractors, all wanting and waiting to see how Nintendo will finally enter the HD age. So I present to you, out from the side of my neck, presents Nintendo E3 2012 Conference Review. If I could describe Nintendo's presentation at this year's E3, I would call it a balancing act. Nintendo attempting to walk across Niagara Falls on a tightrope, while carrying two huge barrels, filled with the dreams and desires of their fan base in one barrel, and in the other barrel, their future outlook for profits and business strategy for the upcoming console cycle. A question the gaming analysts, investors, and stockholders wanted answered. The Electronic Entertainment Expo for years has been the gaming industry's ultimate showcase for new innovations in hardware and collective advancements in gaming software design. This year, Nintendo alone personified that ideal to the fullest degree. Nintendo, with their new console, the Wii U, finalized the trend of HD-capable hardware as the standard of gaming, something they weren't willing to do with their current console, the Nintendo Wii. This is where the balancing act begins. Nintendo loyalists, admirers, and detractors all wanted to see what Nintendo could be capable of once they had what is considered standard technology. Doubters feeling Nintendo games were held back due to the limitations of the Wii's hardware. Then you had the supporters believing Nintendo could produce games and maybe even graphics on even a higher level, thanks to their consistent ability to create high quality games, even if the tools they were using were not state of the art. With rumors beforehand of games coming from one of Nintendo's most respected studios, Retro Games, a developing group that in the past has always pushed the graphic capabilities of Nintendo's consoles. Then there was the back and forth of the overall powers and specs of the Wii U, suggestions as high as 20 times the processing power of current home consoles. Gamers everywhere, from all sides, had dreams of grandeur in anticipation for the Wii U E3 unveiling. What they wanted was graphically intense content, the likes that would make Epic, a producer and seller of graphic engines, envious. Maybe even the return of franchises that have been missing in action for a few years. Once again presented with a new HD gloss that would state Nintendo had moved on from their cartoon or childish ways. What they got instead were Nintendo games in their purest forms. The revamped new Super Mario Bros. Wii U, with similar art direction and design that is shared with its Wii and DS cousins. Besides using the new Wii U gamepad for assistance in cooperative and competitive play, new Super Mario Bros. Wii U also showed a new feature that is connected to Nintendo's online network. Some call it their answer to PSN or Xbox Live. Instead, the Miiverse is more of Nintendo trying to bridge the world of gaming with social media, a way to be always connected to your personal friends and online acquaintances. Even though its return was not as sexy as the falsely rumored Metroid/Star Fox hybrid, Nintendo finally presented the next entry in the Pikmin franchise, a series that is still only 2 console generations old and with only 2 games available to play. Pikmin 3 adds new gameplay elements while staying true to its original look and design. Last, and in the eyes of disapprovers and pretenders very least, the unveiling of Nintendo Land, a new IP from Nintendo, the main attraction of their E3 presentation and the major component to their Miiverse online social plans. 12 Nintendo-themed multiplayer experiences, all fully integrated into the Miiverse and using the new tablet controller. Nintendo Land is the Wii U's flagship launch title. It's the Wii U gamepad's standard setter, similar to what Wii Sports was to the Wii Remote. Most importantly, it was a sign that Nintendo was still going to be Nintendo, a company that has been successful for years, creating and providing family-friendly content that is appealing to gamers no matter their age or gender. Nintendo Land, along with New Super Mario Bros. Wii U, also showed that Nintendo was still out to court the so-called casual/expanded gamers market, once again utilizing the Blue Ocean strategy that made the Wii a surprising and overwhelming mainstream success. Nintendo Land by itself illustrates the balancing act that was Nintendo's E3 conference. A game needed to explain the philosophy of the Wii U, a game needed to target a potential market of gamers not currently being sold to. At the same time, a game not wanted by hardcore gamers or Nintendo bandwagoners. During their conference at E3 2011, Nintendo stated that the Wii U would be a console that more experienced gamers would come to desire and respect. These people took it as Nintendo finally producing games themed in more of an mature manner. So, after viewing what Nintendo had to offer for the initial launch of the Wii U, a large roar of frustration, disbelief, confusion, and anger raged through the various gaming-related communities. Where was the change of approach, or the move away from the casual side of video games? These questions would be answered by the content provided by Nintendo relationships with third-party developers. A majority of the features installed in the hardware of the Wii U were put in place from suggestions, desires, and in some cases demands of the third-party software developers. For example, the inclusion of a traditional gaming controller using a form similar to the widely popular Xbox 360 pad. Undisclosed, but mentioned to be vastly improved online infrastructure of the Nintendo network, allowing digital options like game downloads, patching, and microtransactions. Nintendo has even gone the extra mile by publishing games from third-party developers. Sing, Lego City, Ninja Gaiden 3, and Platinum Games' Project P100, to name a few. Another sign that the appeasing of the hardcore was in place in the hands of the third parties was by the diversity of games exhibited during the event. From old school 2D side-scrollers like Rayman Legends and Trine 2, to popular casual hits like Just Dance 4 and Wii Fit U, both being amongst the most successful new franchises created this generation. Next, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 and Injustice Gods Amongst Us, representing the fighting genre. Moving on with ports of recent release hits, Batman Arkham City and Mass Effect 3. New, soon-to-be released games, Assassin's Creed 3 and Darksiders 2. Sports games from NBA 2K13 and Madden 13. Finally followed by games in the dominant first-person shooter genre, Sega's Alien Colony Marines, and a new IP called Zombie U by Ubisoft. The potential games released in the first wave of the Wii U is second to none, and actually could be one of the best starting lineups of all time. It's very clear that Nintendo did keep their promise, even if it wasn't done exactly how their fans wanted it to be. The balancing act didn't end there though. Besides the hour conference dedicated solely to the introduction of the Wii U hardware and software, Nintendo still had their own handheld portable, the Nintendo 3DS, another console providing a wide selection of games from Nintendo and third parties, with its own grand selection of diverse content ranging from established hits to new creations. In the end, while Nintendo did stumble when it came to the way they present their conference to fans and analysts, hoping to give each side just enough of what they wanted to see, I say Nintendo showed everyone what they needed to see. A gaming company who is focused on the here and now, who has done just about everything possible to make sure the launch of their new console, the Wii U, besides being successful for them and their partners, a launch later this year that will be fun and entertaining for as many gamers as possible. Nintendo could have went in the direction of others, showing you content that is at best a year away, win over the media and viewers by building interest through hype and the promise of what will be. Instead, Nintendo stood for substance with their arms wide open, allowing you, the gamer, the consumer, a chance to judge what they have to offer you in only a matter of months. This is the one and only Jodecideion. I'll see you next time. Peace.